Welcome to this snowy day. Today I'm going to be doing an interior tour of the Toyota Corolla. So let's get into it. First we open up the door and we have our gas cap release, the trunk release, and then the hood release right here. We also have our seat. This button actually lifts the seat up. This button tilts the seat back. And then we have this button which slides the seat forward and back. Then another crucial adjustment is the adjustment here. This can adjust your steering wheel up or down, back or forth, telescopes. So that's a nice adjustment. So then we have our standard manual lock, but then we also have automatic locks. You can lock the rear windows here, and then lock the whole car from here. So lock the car, unlock the car, lock the windows for the kids in the back seat. Then as we move on here, this switch here dims the interior lights. So if I roll this, see how it gets brighter? So that's your interior light switch. This is actually an interesting one. This is automatic high beams. So you have automatic lights on the tree here I'll talk about, but essentially when you turn this on, there is a sensor up here that senses if there's oncoming lights or brake lights and turns your high beams on or off. So it's a nice feature here. Now how that works with this is you have an automatic feature here as well. So this is your low beams. These can work in conjunction with each other. So if this is on and your automatic high beams are on, they will just automatically come on and off. Like if you're going through a tunnel or late at night in the middle of nowhere and a car passes you, that'll automatically turn your high beams off. Now if you turn this, that's your hazards or the side marker bulbs that just turn on, and then this just is your manual controls. So you have your manual beams. You can tell when your lights are on because you get a symbol here. Then that's your high beams, so you can go full auto or full manual. And then down here is the last switch is daytime running lights. You can turn those off. So that's that. And if you need a quick high beam or to flash real quick, you still have that quick feature here, or you can turn them on there. So I usually keep them on auto. I like how it works there. On the buttons here, this is to go through our menu system, so you can swap through all of the settings here. I'm not going to get into the settings because that's a whole nother video, but this will go through the settings. You can hit OK. You can go back, answer calls, volume of the stereo. If you want to access your phone voice control, that's what that is. Then we come over to the side of the steering wheel. We have all our cruise control settings, which are awesome. This, you can set your cruise control. You can set lane assistance, so it will slow you from swerving off, kind of keep you in the lane, and warn you if you're going out of the lane. You can go faster, slower, different modes. This will keep the car in front of you a certain distance. You can set that. That's pretty awesome. I love this cruise control system. Then mode is stereo mode, so that's gonna either turn your Bluetooth on if you're talking to somebody, or if you want to turn the radio on or access a different mode in the car entertainment system here. And then this can advance tracks or change radio stations. If you're listening to like iTunes and you want to go to the next track, there's your advance. Then we have our windshield wipers, which standard. One pull up, you get one swipe. As you push down, it gets faster. So that's high, boom. That's it. And then if you pull forward, that engages the sprayers to spray off your windshield. One other button here, this is your trip. Now as you cycle through this, it gives you the odometer, and then this will change. You have an A and B trip. And then that's your miles to maintenance, which usually means oil change. But there's other maintenance. That's a whole nother video. As we go over here, I'm not going to get into the infotainment system because this can be a whole nother video. I'm just going over buttons in the car, but I do like how this is set up. It's a touch screen. The first thing I do is go and set up my Bluetooth. So I'll add a device, and I added my phone there, but you can add your device there. It sends a code to your phone. You can say yes, accept. That's a whole nother thing, but it is pretty straightforward. You got navigation, you got music, your phone. You can go through and check different things. There's vehicle, trip information or alerts, and then the settings on here. But that gets deep into there. Let's move on to our next buttons here. So we got this guy here. This is your hazards. Super useful to get in the car and understand where the hazard button is. If you have to pull over on the side of the road, turn that on, let people know. Or if you're experiencing a slowdown, sometimes it's nice to use that. We have our fan settings. So hot or cold, you can adjust the temperature there. I got it all the way up because it's snowing outside. Fan off, fan on. Let's see, defrost. We have the rear defrost, front defrost. This selects your zones. Turn that off for a moment. So if you want feet, defrost, head and feet, eco cool, I think it's just eco cooler heat, just a little more efficient. Then you have recirculate, so that pulls air from the cabin. This pulls air from outside. And then AC on or off. So pretty straightforward. Then this guy is fan speed, so you can adjust your fan speed up or down. Then as we move into the center console, we have our traction control on or off. So that turns it on or off, and it'll notify you in the display. Then next up, we got park, reverse, all the standard ones. When you get down here to B, I think that's a really funny way of displaying this. This is like your sport mode. It lets the car rev higher, so it gives it a little bit sportier vibe. So B is sport mode. You know, maybe they didn't want to call it sport mode, but that's what that does. So drive is regular mode, eco mode. B is sport mode. It's going to give the car a little bit more pep and let it go higher in the RPMs. Then as we move to the passenger side, now I do like these super simple air vents. Just one, actually there's two blades in there, but I don't know, simple, easy to grab and move around. And as we move over here, simple lock and switch. You have a lock window button. One thing is there is USB-C. Thank goodness cars are all going to USB-C. Let's just get one standard going for that. Then as we come up here, a nice thing I actually like, if somebody's doesn't have auto lights, you can actually put this over your rearview mirror if somebody's blinding you. This also detaches and goes over here like this. I love that. I use that feature quite a bit on road trips. We have our microphone for taking phone calls. Then up here we have just our simple light, so you can turn doors on or off. You can turn one side on, you can turn all sides on. This is the emergency call system, so this will call 911 right there. Then as we jump down to here, another thing is this is your parking brake. So lift it up, it turns your parking brake on. But this is a hold button, so if you get stuck on a hill, like a super steep hill in San Francisco or something, you can just hold the car there if it's going to be a difficult start. Kind of nice. So, all right, next thing is, what's the horn sound like? Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Sometimes they get the horn a little light, a little high pitched, but this is a good horn. Now as we jump in the back seat, child safety switch lock right there. That's going to disable a kid from opening that. That's pretty nice as a parent. We come into the car here. We got a hook, hang your suits up there. I love this. 2 USB-C chargers. Thank goodness. Finally, we have USB-C chargers in the back. for the tablets, yes, I have kids. We need USB-C chargers. Another thing, if you have kids, these guys pull out, and this is where your child seat hooks into. So there's one on, or two on each seat that can hook in there. This little guy comes out, you can stow that somewhere. Boom. But that's it. That's the interior. There are, you know, kind of your normal things. One nice thing that this does have is cup holders that folds out. You got a little armrest and cup holders. Very relaxing. But overall, just like a good basic car that gives you tons of nice little options. Seats fold down to get into the trunk, so you can get a little bit more trunk space. Decent sized trunk. Let's go look at it. You do have to release the trunk. That's right there. That's gonna open it. There's our trunk. Good sized trunk. We're also gonna have our spare and everything in here. Spare tire, jack, and tools. And yeah, that's pretty awesome right there. Also, if you lock yourself in the trunk, you pull this to release it. It is glow in the dark. I thought of everything. So I'm pretty impressed. This is a base model. This is a Corolla LE, and it's got some pretty awesome features for a base level car. Automatic windows are, oh yeah, did I saw that? We can automatically adjust those left or right. Boom. But yeah, if this video was helpful, give a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know how your journey with your Corolla is, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, and have a good day. Oh, I almost forgot. There's also another USB-C charger here, and a little 12 volt. So if you want to run a fridge or something off that, you can do that. There's also a little relief here for your phone cable. So you can run a phone here, and then another person could run their phone off there. Oh, I love USB-C. Thank you. Okay, now it's the end. Okay, bye.